Good evening, my fellow team members.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Tonight we'll be evening. This evening we will be doing our discussion on, do you have to go to college to be successful? Yes or no? Based on the article that was provided in the question, we were asked to read and give our facts and opinions about education, and why are we pursuing our degree of choice. I will start with Renetta. Do you have to go to college to be successful? Yes or no?
Well, in my opinion, pursuing a college degree is a personal decision because not all career paths requires a degree or pays well enough for it. However, having a skill it works. For example, in the music industry, a person who is able to carry out music production well, that's a plus for she, but they don't need to go to college for that.
Okay, noted. Avan, how about you? Do
Well,
you have to go to college to be successful?
in my opinion, that's all come down to personal preference. You have some people who are very brilliant academically, so they naturally want to go to college in order to pursue their college degree. And you have the other set of individuals that are basically skilled with their hands, so to speak. So when it comes down to receiving a higher education, you don't necessarily have to go to college, but you can go if you so choose to.
Okay, cool. For me, uh, having a college degree is a plus. To become successful, I don't think you necessarily need it to become successful. And my reason for saying this is, if you're from a background that has a family business and they are wealthy, and let's say you went to high school and you got your CXCs and your parents said to you, oh, I want you to be a part of the family business. Of course, you're going to take up the opportunity and, start working for your family business. And then eventually, you need to tell, you may become successful by doing that. You may even branch off into starting other things, and you're just basically doing this with just your CXC qualifications. Also, if you are a type of person that you're hands-on with your skills can also make you become successful. But
Yes.
for some skills, it is a requirement that you have a certificate to back that, whether it be you're doing hair, nails, makeup, you have to have that piece of paper. For me, I think I would want to have my degree and hopefully to become successful by having that degree. That would definitely be a plus for me. So that is my preference on that. Um, give facts and opinions about education. Renata?
Well, having a degree is a plus because most employers they look at a person's education background mostly. In a real life scenario, an individual with a high school diploma would be overlooked, and the person with the degree, he or she would be hired immediately. There's
That's
also
true.
a better salary offer for persons with degrees over a person with a diploma. So it's easier
True.
for a person with a degree to get into a career over a job.
How about you, Havan?
Okay, just adding to what Renata was saying, when you have a degree, you're more likely to assume a certain position if the need arises. But in some rare instances, there are people who have very exceptional skills, so they tend to hire them even though they don't have a college degree to back it up. An example would be like Steven Spielberg, right? He's one of the most successful Hollywood directors out there, and I've read recently that he doesn't even have a college degree. So if someone sees you with the potential to do great things, they'll naturally hire you. But it would be good for you to have the degree just the same, because having a degree could take you so far in life. It could take you any country in the world or to any organization. So for me, it would be better to have a degree in if you need to pursue a certain position or to move ahead in a company.
And I agree with you both on that point. The third point, what is your reason for pursuing your degree of choice?
Well, for me,
Bring
it's
it on. Or Avon.
well, all right. Well, for me, it's a personal journey that I feel the need to take. Based on my past accomplishments, I think that is something that I really have to do in order to get where I need to go. So for me, it's a personal thing.
Personally, for me, I decided to pursue a degree in human resources rather because I want to become more marketable in that field and I want to, develop my critical thinking, business skills, and I want to learn how to manage people better, how to develop an organization and become a better leader in the future.
Well said.
um, for me, I want to be more marketable. Um, I've been working with this company for almost 13 years, and maybe I've become too comfortable because I should have started this process a long time ago. So for me, looking back now, I'm just thinking, okay, Kamaya, if you want to make more money or if you want to just put yourself out there, now is the time. So my reason for doing this degree is so that I can become a human resource manager in any organization. And that's the beauty about having a degree in human resource.
Right.
You can basically work anywhere with that type of degree. So that's really my reason. And I look forward to continuing this journey at UCC. And hopefully, I will be able to graduate in the year 2026. And so,
Absolutely.
um, yeah. What what are the financial options to pursuing your education?
Well, for me, oh,
Well,
go ahead.
go ahead.
All right. For
There are a few financial options. For most persons, they prefer to take out a loan based on their circumstances. You have student loan, bank loans, personal funding, and scholarships. For me personally, I am going with personal funding because I'm not so fond of borrowing loans. So
Mhm.
yeah, and in the future, I am looking forward to receiving scholarships to fund my tuition.
Nice, nice. Avon?
Okay, for me, I'd prefer to borrow a loan. Reason being, I'm a part of a credit union, and since I have an account with them, it would be very beneficial to me for me to get a loan from them. So my personal choice would be a credit union, and I've also decided to include a little personal savings in also to help going forward. But I hope in the future I could acquire grants to fund my education. But for now, I'll just stick to the personal saving and credit union to fund my tuition.
Okay. For me, I was always told that, if I wanted to start my degree, I can, start putting down some serious money, save towards it. Loan is an option, is also another way you can actually acquire the degree. But like you both said, and I would add to that, I am not really fond of taking out loans. But if it is a case where it is the last resort,
Yeah. Yes.
let's say, yes, I've saved and I could cover maybe the first semester, and I have three, not well, the first year, and I have 3 more years to go, then I would probably just have to go through a loan system. Preferably, I would go with one of the banks that I bank with.
Yes.
If that's not an option, I mean, there's student loan. Not that I like student union. I don't want to bash them, but I mean, if that is the last resort, then I would do so. And also, even if we're saving towards having this degree, UCC creates a plan where you can do a payment plan. So of course, you save a little money, and as you go along, you just top up your account, and it's just to keep it going.
Yes.
So that is also another option. And I mean, if you put your mind to it and you decide that you want to do this degree, you're gonna make every effort to make it happen.
Absolutely.
So that's my take on that. Anyone wants to add anything else?
Well, I'd always say, nothing try, nothing done. So, if you really want this degree,
Mhm.
you'd pursue any and all option needed to get this degree. So, keep pushing forward and pray to God, and trust me, you will come out on top.
Mhm. And exactly, I mean, once you put God in everything, it will become what it needs to become. I mean, like they said on the orientation, your accomplishment starts with your decision to try, and
Yes.
trying is the first big step. And if you're not willing to learn, no one will help you. And if you're determined to learn, no one can stop you.
So true.
So on that note of saying, do you have to have a degree to be successful or not? I mean, it's your preference. If you decide to go through the route of having a degree, that's a plus.
Yes.
And let's not make let us not let financial reasons stop us. I mean, it's always about trying and starting. And they always say, once you start, you never know. Everything just fall into place.
Yes.
Not saying you won't have challenges, you will. But once you start, and things will just flow at some point. And before you know it, 4 years gone, and you have that piece of paper, and you're working in that organization, or whichever degree you decide to start, you will get that job that you're looking for.
That's right.
And I guess we can end here. Anyone have anything else they want to add? We're actually 12 minutes in the interview.
Uh, well, I guess I have nothing more to
That's
add.
it.
That's it, I guess.
All right. All right. So we will end here.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time.
So much, such a pleasure.
Yes, thank you. Have a great day.
You too.
Watch out. Let me make. What is this? Hold on there. All right. So this is the recording.